Hello YouTube, ZiggyNo back with Sports Cards Daily. Today's July 30th, and on this day in 1930, the first FIFA World Cup final took place. Uruguay beat Argentina 4-2. Wow, that's 90 years ago. Amazing. Big news, NBA today. Yes, 6:30 today, Zion, the Jazz. Later on this evening, Kawhi, LeBron. What are card prices doing, man? So much bent up, expectation. It's like prom night tomorrow, right? 2 days until the NHL, 42 days until the NFL, and 8 o'clock tonight is the second day of the virtual sports card con. Tomorrow, Hobby Palooza will kick off, so things are going to be really busy and really interesting for the next few days. Because of that, I'm actually spending more time watching content, and I'm not going to do a content provider of the day probably until Monday. So hang in there. I will be back doing those again on Monday. So, what did you miss yesterday? Even with virtual going on, there was still a lot of great content that was dropped, and I want to highlight some of the channels I think you should take a look at. I will go over the virtual and basically the highlights from what I think is the valuable content. I'm not going to cover the dealers on the contest, but I'm going to focus on some of the guests. And then I'll also give you a peek at the agenda for tonight on day 2. So let's go ahead and jump into the news. So first thing I'll mention is baseball card collector, investor, dealer drops his top 20 eBay auctions every Wednesday in the morning. Great show. Recommend checking it out. Not just because it's fun to watch, but you get a great insight and learn a lot about what's going on in the hobby. 18 of the 20 were basketball cards. Steph Curry made an appearance with an RPA from NT. Just some really cool stuff. The highest, in fact, there's some record breakers. I think that Curry's the highest Curry that's sold. Lucas set some records here as well. It's just an exciting show to check out. So if you get a chance, take a look. Next, we had Northeast Ohio Sports Cards dropped a great video on Star Stock. As you know, I'm a big fan of Star Stock. I've been using Star Stock for a few months now, about a month and a half now, and always love to see how other people are using it, get tips, get insight. Really enjoyed this video. Recommend you guys check it out. And give Northeast a subscribe and a thumbs up too, guys. Over at CardiC, the baseball card collector, he did he mentioned earlier he was going to drop this Sports Card Academy series, and it looks like the first one is out, and that's how he learned cards, the card market from Brian, another sports card collector who I actually was not aware of. So it's great to, I'm always learning as I'm watching these, getting to meet new sports card collectors and see how they're, approaching the hobby. So great video. Check it out and give CardiC a thumbs up and a subscribe if you haven't already. Late last night, I also caught Sports Card Analytics and a collaboration with Stacking Slabs. I think it was Jordan and Brett, and they had a really good conversation talking about their styles, what they're looking for. They're both relatively new to the cards. In fact, I think it's Brett that's new, and I believe Jordan's been around collecting cards for forever. He's a Cleveland fan, so I think he's got a huge, well, I'll say huge, but I think he's got a little LeBron stash and a Star Wars fan. But I like these guys. I like the collaboration. I like the conversations they have. So check them out. A little lengthy, over an hour and 15 minutes. Okay, now on to the virtual. So I'm going to hit the highlights from last night. I will say they definitely had some experiences with, lags, crashing. The server went down one time. There were some audio problems, but hey, it's live streaming. They did a great job coordinating. I commend everybody who put this together. Special shout out to Kelly at Sports Card Investor for all the behind the scenes and all the coordination. So I think that's really awesome. They had the CEO from StockX on the show, and I'll be honest, I kind of not been paying attention to StockX because I thought they were doing all the sneakers and stuff, but it seems like they're getting back into sports cards. And I liked a lot of what I heard from Josh last night. I have to take a look at this platform. I will say it sounds a lot like they and StarStock are going after the same market and the same position. I believe StockX though is not just rookies. I need to do some more research. I think they might be graded cards though. But again, it definitely got on my radar, and I liked what I heard from Josh. So really enjoyed that last night. He also did some great giveaways. Coupon code, by the way, right here in the screen, guys. Right there. 10% off $100 purchase or more. It's only good through Sunday, and you're supposed to be attending Sports Card Virtual to use it. Another great interview was with Dave from Sports Collectors Digest. Another resource that I've kind of been on my radar, but I don't really follow as often. And after listening to Dave last night, I'm definitely going to take a look at it. They talked a little bit about some of the auctions and the crazy things going on in the hobby. You know how prices have been going up, and up. One of the pieces, or one of the conversations, was around the Mike Trout card that's on the auction right now, Golden Auction, currently around 1.2 million. It's going to be an auction through most of August. It's going to be interesting to see where that finishes. I know Dave was talking last night that they think this could become the highest card in card history. It might beat the Honus Wagner, which I think was around $3 million. So we will see, you know, how far the Mike Trout Superfractor will go. How many millions will people willing to spend on this? But again, great segment. Again, all this is on the video. It was a 2.5-hour video, but you can fast forward and catch the good clips. So last interview that I caught that I thought was really interesting, and again, they had some technical issues here. They had problems getting Tracy on the line. They had some drops, some freezes on the screen. In fact, it was funny. Jeff asked him about print runs, and just as he asked about print runs, Tracy's screen basically freezes up. And I'm like thinking, that's perfect timing, right? But Tracy was able to make it back in. He gave a great answer on print runs. Check it out. I did enjoy it. Tracy also gave away 2 boxes, showed a box of Chronicles and a box of Elite. So lots of cool giveaways from each one of the sponsors last night. So I do recommend taking a look at that. If you're wondering what's going on tonight, the agenda, and here's a nice little breakdown because it gives you times. 8 o'clock, Joe Davis got baseball cards will be on. 8:45, and again, I'll tell you, these times are subject to change, so don't hold me in stone. Like I tuned in at 8:45, Mike, and Tops wasn't there. This is their goal, right? But again, this is live streaming, and things can happen. But here's Tops at 8:45, Inland Valley at 9 o'clock, Starstock at 9:25, surprise guest at 9:35. Now, we'll mention, yesterday they talked about some of the surprise guests. They're having a lot of sports people join live. In fact, I believe this surprise guest, I'm not going to give it away, is somebody's calling in an athlete from the NBA bubble. I'm super excited about that, right? It's right after tip-off for LeBron and Kawhi, too. And then they're ending the night at 9:50 with Mojo Breaks, one of my favorites. They'll be breaking. Love to see Doug and Dan and how they're going to be interacting there. Should be great. And then you get a snapshot there Friday and Saturday as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this quick update. Give you a little information about what's going on yesterday, what's going on last night on virtual, and what to look for later today. I will say again, check out the Hobby Palooza, which I think kicks off tomorrow at 2. Virtuals tonight at 8. It should be a fun weekend. Enjoy basketball. Get ready for some hockey. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Tell your friends about the channel. If you have recommendations for content you'd like for me to cover, or a channel you'd like for me to pick up or whatever, please let me know. Trying to get as much content together as we can, and just trying to share everything we can with the community. Have a great day. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Stay healthy.